Actually, in a normal society, we do not have basically like to deal with I will say this with hormonal problems, crimes against children, as well as a lot more. I go around and I found individuals questioning why I do this and that, and basically being like individuals who are basically bad. And I tried basically like to focus as much as possible, and but what I had to deal with is basically an additional amount of craziness. And sometimes when I had my phone and I discuss things or I visit the police station, like in I make recordings, and you can see that I make recording at on the September 1st at 3 a.m. and then on September 1st during the night hours. Basically, it's like someone because they want to be in a relationship with someone else, therefore they how to say how to say it quite clearly, they curtail my prosperity. And it's astonishing. I'm individuals. I'm just supposed to go to the postal services, pick up a parcel, which is my property, and do things. But there's like racism, discrimination, religious beliefs that has led these individuals to commit certain acts and basically behave like in a crazy fashion. And I spoke with all of these individuals. I tried like to be as respectful as possible with my wordings, and but then sometimes, yeah, uh, it's just unbelievable basically. And I couldn't be like as much as transparent as possible, but apparently these people are not looking like for the this is the correct term again, this is my accusation that these individuals are not looking for the best interest of the community or like for the best interest of the country or like for the best interest of the region as a whole. And it just kept like with dealing with the schizophrenic individuals and individuals who are simply paranoid basically. And because he had like some kind of feeling of jealousy and envy, it sparked some of those crimes to be committed basically. It sparks him to commit some crimes, and it's astonishing that I go to the police station, I speak with the person, there has been someone rooted out from the house. I go to the police station, there are like a lot of officers there, I wrote it. So far he did not ask me any question about the matter. So I went there. I had this A4 paper and this A4 paper. So this is in French. This is in Arabic. I had this A4 paper. I spoke with those individuals. In here, for instance, I detailed this and this and that. So the employee at the bank refused to give me investment funds, which relates to probably an economical entity or a governmental entity in an Arab country, not like a private individual but a governmental entity, to do work in because the investment is supposed to be to Austria, and Austria there's like the OPEC there, or some of it's subdivisions or something like that. I don't know exactly. Uh, and then it's just a simple a random employee at the bank or someone who is there just curtail that and decide to commit theft. This is actually not theft. It's it's a crime in military terms, basically. Later on, I approached the Austrian embassy, and I was not able to collect documents sent by an Austrian politician. I go there. This is not seizure of documents. This is an act of aggression against a politician in Europe. When I said to the I couldn't accomplish anything at the Swedish embassy because even when I entered there, I'm not able to collect my documents. This is not unlawful criminal restraint. This is treason. When I say I was not able to, I complained about like the Great Britain decisions. Well, it's not. It's not like simply like a complaint, but like simply like cutting out the economical ties that exist. Then I said, in regard to Denmark, Danish embassy, I go there. Uh, it's hard to explain. And I did explain the matter as clearly and as good as possible. And basically, it's like it's individuals who are not who don't fit in the societal flow, basically. And because when I go back to 2018 and 2017, the criminals were clear and they had friends and acquaintances in the level of the judiciary bodies, which had basically allowed them to commit all sorts of thefts. And it lasted during the year 2018 from basically individuals who you don't expect that they have committed theft. They just had some type of they just felt being like in a powerful positions, or they had like some kind of mental problematic because because of mental problematic because of the following, which means that they felt some kind of sadness, and therefore they needed to acquire some kind of easy money to feel to empower themselves, basically. And when I say to any individuals, I'm just trying basically like to collect my documents. However, I'm dealing with individuals, they don't know me, they don't know my rank, and they just lash out word like that. Basically, he's being extremely disrespectful. I went there in May 2019 to collect my documents. He, this is what I say because it's globally known. I met two youth police officers in that morning, and those police officers, yeah, committed theft. And basically, there's like either an old person, there's like an old person, a company, a society, or terrorist organization, or like either like a terrorist organization or mafia, that they pay them that to basically the to abuse their status as a cop basically, and to create a geopolitical mess and to attack European countries. And well, basically an act of war has been committed, and I think they're just trying to find out who did it basically. And I remember I have like a document in my Google Drive which is called Thesis Study and German Embassy. Well, it's in page 6, my thesis. In page 7, the things from Kassel University and the German embassy and their decision. And it was basically the German embassy fault because I didn't have any other documents other than my passport. I just put my plea at their location, and I kept on waiting. And when I went back, I remembered the psychology of the individuals. Is individuals who heavily rely on pension from basically, and that means that they had to keep at all times some kind of a good relationship with Russia. And that also include committing felonies against individuals. And I had every single one of my documents is legal, but it's like a matter that I always had the need to explain, which is basically unnecessary. And all of the questions that went on is illegal. However, it gave like some kind of mini idiots like the value that to get prisoners out of jail. And now we're like in a situation that we're dealing with like a barrage or like a group of individuals who basically yeah who are basically some kind of the worst people that ever existed in the history of the world. And I just keep there. He has like no consciousness. He doesn't understand the situation. They don't understand the problematic that they have caused. The entire city knows, or the entire world know what has like a group, a single group of police officers have committed and have done to the entire country. Uh, the army in here do not intervene. The green uniform, well, I don't have my documents with me. They are not in my possession. The police in here might have been the biggest problem since 2017 when it was like open kidnapping. Then I think kidnapping stopped because they had some kind of money to steal. And it's okay to say this because in this country it's well known, and in here it elevated to an act against the head of state. And the head of state is better than the police officer, meaning like the head of state of Algeria is better than the police officer. When I go there, well, he committed he is committing disobedience against the head of state in the area of meaning like in this area 35 area 35. In other countries They just quarantine the place and they deal with the matter.